Jaana Nadil Sador update on Tuesday 20th April episode 197, 198 on Adom TV. The episode starts with Vividha saying we will go your home back Atharv. Sujata makes Atharv hand away. She says how did you get mistaken that you can make my son away from me? Vividha says I never want to do that. I know Atharv is your life. I want to take you back in your life. I don't want to make it a burden. You both are my responsibility till Atharv gets fine. Ravish says no, Atharv is my responsibility. She says no, you already did a lot, maybe there is some past birth relation that you kept in this birth. I will take care of Atharv, he is my responsibility and my love. He says before being your love, he is my brother. She gets shocked. Ravish says you were saying about last birth relations, you don't know about this birth relation. Atharv dad and my dad are same person. Vividha gets shocked. Ravish says I don't know what was in between you two, I can change what was there, but in coming life, it's my responsibility to get Atharv's right, he has right on his rights. He is also heir of this house and will stay here. Vividha says but Ravish goes to Sujata and says tell Atharv does not become capable to manage responsibility, he is my responsibility, not a burden. He is my brother, if anyone is with him in family or not, I am his family, Atharv and he will stay with me. Sujata refuses and says the roof which protects this girl, I will not stay under that roof. She says I had little to call my own, she has snatched everything, now I will not let her shadow fall on my son, that will take away my son remaining breath too, either we can stay here or Vividha. Ravish says Vividha is still my wife. I can ask her to leave from this house. Vividha says but I can do this. She says relations does not join when people try, I tried a lot that I don't love Atharv, but love happened, my dad tried best to separate us, he has got Atharv beaten up and made me marry you, and our relation. It's all fine, this house, Suman, good husband, but I could not make this new relation, because relations are kept by Lord Wish. Like your and Atharv relation is made by Lord Wish, I should leave from here. She cries and says I have done wrong with everyone. Atharv says we will stay here. Vividha says no Atharv. She asks Ravish to apologize to Suman, I have broken this relation, marriage can be kept on lie, I will not lie more. She tells Sujata that she is her second mum, I was always your daughter, you are right, I am a bad shadow and I should be kept away. I will not let anyone get hurt, remember, even if I am not in your life, we can get away, but not separated. She cries and steps back. Atharv plays. Ravish and Sujata look on. Atharv falls down while showing a paper to Vividha. Vividha shouts Atharv and runs to him. She asks him to get up. Sujata calls him out. Atharv recalls how the goons held him, beaten on his back. He holds his head and gets dizzy. He hears Vividha shouting and gets memory flashes. He asks Vividha why is she crying, don't be scared, I am with you, your Atharv is with you, you are with me, no one can make us away. He repeats the same lines. He says even if the world stands against us, none can make me away from you. Sujata and Vividha cry seeing him. He says if we get away in any accident, I promise Atharv Sujata will come back, this is my 7th promise. He forwards his hand and opens arms for Vividha. Vividha says he remembers that day when we got separated. Atharv recalls the hit on his head and acts to fight with the goons. Ravish looks on shocked. Atharv falls down. Ravish and Vividha call him out. Ravish says Atharv fainted. Vividha asks Atharv to get up. Sujata makes Vividha away and says don't touch my son, you ruined his life, your shadow will become poison for my son. She raises hand. Ravish holds Sujata's hand and stops her from slapping Vividha. Ravish says you are doing wrong, Vividha is not responsible for Atharv's state, your anger is justified, don't make it unjust by getting it out on someone else, if we have to make Atharv fine, Vividha has to stay with him, you have seen Atharv got normal. Like that day when I got annoyed on you, try to understand, Atharv needs Vividha. The episode starts with Suman praying at the temple. She prays for Ravish and Vividha happiness and ties the cloth to the tree. It burns. Kalindi calls out Suman. Suman gets shocked and pulls the cloth away to blow off fire. She gets shocked. Ravish says Vividha is needed to make Atharv fine. Vividha requests Sujata to let her be with Atharv. Sujata agrees and feels Atharv love is a burden. Pandit tells Suman about Ravish's future prediction, his life has sorrow, he may have a heartbreak. She asks him to do something. He says we can just predict future, but can do anything for it. Vividha apologizes to Ravish. She says I will take Atharv responsibility and take him from here, I will step out of this marriage and house, I can make you helpless, you need a better wife and this house needs a better bahu. What's the meaning to bear the burden of the relation which did not start? I will take Sujata and Atharv, let me go out of this relation. Kalindi says Suman, I told you Ravish marriage will suffer, I did not feel this right. Suman says there is no problem in Vividha, it's related to our house matters. Kalindi says it's not that you feel, what is the meaning of all this? Ravish tells Vividha that it's not easy to leave from here. I can believe that Atharv is a responsibility on me, he is my brother and this house member, he will stay here and even you, so that you take care of my brother. After hearing everything, I understood one thing, this Mangalsutra value is nothing in your eyes, it signifies a relation, I will lighten you with this relation and burden of this Mangalsutra. He asks her to give the Mangalsutra. Suman says I believe Vividha, she loves Ravish, there is no one in her life. She will not do anything wrong with Ravish. Ravish removes the Mangalsutra. Vividha and Ravish marriage is shown in reverse. Vividha cries. Ravish says we are not husband and wife from today, we are linked by my mum, she has accepted you by heart and love you. You will stay here for my mum's sake. Atharv gets on Tuesday 20th April, then I will tell them the truth. I promise I will make you marry Atharv. Till then this should be a secret. The episode starts with Vividha saying I will not cheat my mum back. I have to keep Atharv here. You will also stay here. Don thinks this is my request. How did you get mistaken that you can make my son away from me? If there is anyone in these relations, it's never want to leave. I know Atharv says wrong happened with you. I want to take you wrong happen with you more. I don't want to make it a burden of Atharv. I will manage your and this house responsibility. I will do all Bahu duties. Jaana takes back her Mangalsutra on Thursday 22nd April episodes Sitaram to make Atharv reach his room. I have to do other works too. The episode starts with Ravish calling out Vividha. He recalls Vividha and sees the wedding photo and asks are you Jaana Dil Sador. She looks at him, plays he holds her photo and cries.